Dear members, good afternoon. First of all, welcome to the 2019 Extraordinary General Meeting of the FAU. I'm Vera, the Deputized Chairman for FAU, and I shall preside at this Extraordinary General Meeting as the Deputized Chairman of the Union. FAU rule states that a quorum of at least 50 members is needed for this meeting. There are now
just call the waiters and waitresses to come in.
Something attend, but we have over 1,006.
So definitely the quorum is met. So I declare that the Extraordinary General Meeting of the Cathay Pacific Flight Attendants Union for 30th August 2019 is commenced at 2:40. We will stop accepting proxy for the meeting now at 2:40 as well. So I will pass the table to Alice, our Deputized Honorary Secretary, to man the meeting.
So we will proceed to the agenda. For Agenda 1, to adopt the agenda of the meeting. So please have a look on the screen. Today we have 5 agenda. So now I will ask the floor to adopt this agenda. Please note that we cannot add in any new agenda item at this stage, as the agenda has already been sent to all members. We can only allow the removal of any agenda item by voting with the member present. Is there any members object this agenda? If there is an objection of any agenda item, we will need to vote by showing your hands. So if no objection from members, then we will proceed to agenda 2. So for Agenda 2 is the Election Subcommittee to report on the EXCO election 2019 to 2021. So Pushper from the Election Subcommittee will give us some report on the election.
Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to see you here when we're not flying, and thank you for being here first and foremost. So as you know, this has been a tough time regarding the election procedure and getting nominees to come forward. So I just like to make it short and sweet and just add that this time we had first asked for candidates to come forward at the middle of March, which didn't happen. So the whole procedure of nomination was extended 4 times. And finally we got a beautiful team that has come forward to represent the Flight Attendants Union for bettering our working environment. So I'd like to first say thank you to all of you, and for coming forward. Let's give them a big hand. It takes guts, it takes strength to come forward, and it's a new situation for you. So I just want to ask us all to just be supportive and be there for them. And as you know, the voting period was very short this time. It was just 15 days because it's so important to get the union all ready, working for us. So I'm just going to leave it to Ms. Zuki Wong, who has taken on this role of being our EXCO chairman, and leave it to her to introduce the team to all of you. So the rest of the procedure, as you read, will be the election, the voting, etc. So from my side, that's all I want to say. I'm representing also Zian and Arthur, who are not here with me. Maybe they have stage fright, so they left me here to speak. So that's it from me. It's nothing much. I'll make it short, sweet, and simple. I know many of you have come from flights, including me today, from a red-eye turn, but it's okay. I'm here for a good cause. So let's just make this all functional, working and happen. And once again, each of you, thank you so much for being here. So I will pass it on back to the team. Thank you again.
So for agenda 3, introduction of the candidate and the Q&A session. So we'll pass to Suki.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for coming to this EGM today. I'm Suki. I'm the chairman of this candidate team for the FAU. So, our team named ourselves. Ourselves doesn't only include the 12 of us, but also every precious member like you. So we need everyone's support and contribution in order to protect our members' interests. It's like what's written here, home to rely on, ourselves. So I believe that we are the youngest team in the FAU history, and also it's gonna be the most challenging chapter for the FAU history. So here I have 9 plus 2 members with me. Yes, 2 of them cannot make it. So let us introduce ourselves to you. Let's start from Amber.
Hi everyone, I'm Amber. I'm an internal vice president. I'm a BC from Hong Kong. I joined FAU. I want to be FAU Exco because I love this job and I really want to keep everything I treasure the way it is, or even better.
I'm Erica from Hong Kong, and I'm the FP, and my position is the Vice Chairman External. You know that the flight is about to take off. We have more than 7,000 members, and in this flight you have 12 OY baby with you. Please give us advice what to do and what you think, so that we know where should we go. And yeah, definitely this is a tough flight. Please fasten your seatbelt. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Hayes. I will be the honorary treasurer. And before, I think, like most of our candidates, why we apply for the FAU Exco is try to help each members, try to bring more benefit to each member. However, it comes to a very tough time right now, so we need more and more support from our members. And if since we are very new, so if we do anything not up to your standard, please give us some allowance. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anderson, and I'm from Hong Kong. And I will be the General Executive Committee, and I'm so, I would say, glad to have my teammates here, and also to see so many members support today. And we will try our very best, we promise. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kanan from Hong Kong. I'm here just because I know people need me, so I come out. I really wish everyone can give comments and also support to us, because we really need to gather a big picture and then we have to make the things done. Thank you.
Hi, this is Coretta. I'm from Hong Kong as well. I'm Hong Kong OIBB as well. I'm so honored to be a part of this team, and actually we're really new, and for me, I'm new as well. So really need some extra allowance for us, and I will try my best and do work hard for studying the rules, the SWOT guidelines, and hope I can really help you for the next 2 years. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lexi from Hong Kong and also the General Committee. First of all, thank you so much for everyone coming today, because I think it's really important to us that only 2 hours meeting and then we got you guys to come to join us. Because even if we got the proxy, if we only got 2 people here, it's meaningless to us as well. So thank you so much for coming today, and we are all very new and I'm also new to the company, so it's already many challenge happened in the past few months, so I hope everyone can continue to support us. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Regal from Hong Kong and I'm the executive committee as well, and thank you so much for coming today. And there's nothing much I can say, especially I don't know what to say, but I can promise you that I will be working very hard for the coming 2 years, and later on there will be a Q&A session, and in case there is anything you want to ask to us, feel free and we will try our best to answer. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sana from Hong Kong. Hi! I'm also a candidate of executive committee. Hope we can fight for all FAU members' benefits in the future, and please support us as always. Thank you.
So those 2 who can join us are Margaret and Amy. So I want to highlight Margaret. She is our honorary secretary, and she joined Cathay Pacific 2017 December. I think she's very brave to step up to be a FAU Exco. She is still under her first 3-year contract. Please support us. I also like to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to election subcommittee, Pushpa, Arthur, and Zion, and also our very supportive staff from the office, and of course, team family. Thank you very much.
So we have set up 5, our real essential 5, and we would like to do something on these 5 topics. So let's see. Yes, anyone?
The first one is about aircraft manpower. We really want to fight for extra crew on certain aircraft types. I think most of you would have an idea, like which aircraft types we are actually talking about. But especially for 77K, 77G, and 35G, we do think we need an extra crew in business class, especially for the new J-class service. And for Airbus 330 and 35J, we think we need extra crew in economy class because one of the galley persons has to be out doing service. And the next one is the outport hired crew allowance. The reason why we think we should fight for this because the relocation allowance scheme is going to be expiring in 2020. So we do think it is time for us to review the scheme, and especially for those who newly joined outport hired crew, they also need to review their housing allowance amount. And for JCP and JCR, I think many of us also are very concerned about these 2 new systems. JCP is already implementing, so we have to carry on keeping an eye on it because we need to monitor whether the company, all the patterns generated by the new system accord with the agreement that are signed between FAU and the company. And also for JCR, which will be implementing in 2021, it is still undergoing consultation and everything. So we do need to keep an eye on how the company is gonna carry on the survey, and we really need everybody's opinion to make sure the new rostering system can cater our needs, just as what the company can.
So, and for those BC who joined after 2015 June, actually they have a ceiling of their hourly rate. So we would like to fight at least something for them, just like the 7 years BC in salary increasement. So are they included? So we would like to know more about that. And output allowance. As you know, output allowance is a very important part for our salary. And it seems that the output allowance is going down every time after the allowance review. So we'd like to safeguard the allowance from any negative impact.
So is there anyone have question? You can raise your hand.
Anything related about that 5 is also 5 or other things. Before trying to speak Cantonese, we try to get it.
If it's not about me, it's fine. No, that's not about me. Tim will tell me.
我呢個問題都有少少敏感嘅，應該即係如果太唔好彩，我哋嘅會員俾人篤咗灰，即係你而家嘅情況之下，咁FAU 有冇啲咩可以幫到我哋咧？
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No, I don't. I was just pretending. That was okay. The whistleblowers.
我會強烈呼籲，萬一你哋或者你自己朋友俾人覺得篤咗灰，或者公司要 DA 你或者任何 roster change 嘅時候，係立即聯絡 FAU 嘅，因為我哋手頭上嘅資料，即係我唔可以而家話俾你知我知道啲咩，但係你過嚟同我哋傾嘅時候，我哋可以俾到一個idea， 究竟我哋 investigate 嘅 case 嘅時候係要點樣，再用啲乜嘢嘅方法去幫助會員咁樣咯，係啦，唔該。有冇補充啊 Suki？
咁我哋都會即係積極去睇下，即係同公司溝通一下先啦。首先，即係佢哋憑乜嘢準則去即係 DA 某啲同事？咁篤灰嘅內容又係關於啲乜嘢咧？有啲乜嘢需要到去，譬如解僱我哋咧？咁因為我哋仲未可以同公司見面開會，咁所以即係我而家暫時答唔到你，但係我哋好關注呢件事。
呢個來講 from CPU are the
職工盟。
係啦，我諗咁啦，即係其實呢、個白色恐怖呢個問題咧，就唔淨止係國泰或者係佢呢一系列公司咧嘅員工所面對嘅。其實好多香港各行各業嘅工人咧，都係面對緊呢個白色恐怖，即係包括公務員啦。咁佢哋，我諗佢哋面對嘅白色恐怖可能係更加恐怖啦。即係啦，因為有啲嘅部隊裏邊嘅即係比較願意出聲，覺得即係有一啲我哋一路持守嘅價值都係要堅持嘅朋友咧，都係面對住佢啲同僚咧日日嘅白色恐怖啦，每時每刻都有嘅。咁我覺得職工盟啦，作為總工會啦，亦都係即係我哋已經開始緊一啲嘅工作嘅，不過詳情就唔能夠喺呢度透露啦。咁我相信咧，即係我哋同其他嘅工會，當然仲有 FAU、FAA 咧，即係喺航空界裏邊一個好兩間好重要嘅工會，我哋都一定會係合作無間，努力咧係保護我哋嘅會員嘅，因為我哋相信咧，即係係啦，即係我好有感受啦，因為啲 case 全部大多數都會經過我嘅，係啦。咁我覺得即係我哋講我哋自己心底裏邊嘅説話，憑良知講嘢咧係冇錯嘅。
Can anyone translate that? Cyrus, my translator.
Seriously?
Yeah. just a bit. I want to know what's because.
I believe in this room, all of us have worked for Cathay for quite some time, right? Maybe 20 plus years. We never ever see a situation is as bad as right now. Everybody is having very emotional day every day. We've been gone through for these few months is very critical, and I don't know how to describe. But as a union, we should fight for our human rights. Our human rights is freedom of speech. And the company cannot ban us from freedom of speech, cannot ban us because of we have different political views. The termination cases recently is because of somebody report somebody. That's what the rumor or that's what the fact is. So as a union, no matter our team or the future team, we should uphold this standard, uphold this, we have to safeguard this freedom of speech, no matter how pressure the company is having right now. We fully understand the company also under pressure from China, but this is not the reason why they can sack people unlawfully. You can ask the new team anything, or what do you expect from them? Don't be so quiet, please. We have to wait until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, actually, I would like to ask about our allowance focus group. I think that has been on hold for some time since the last FAU Exco. They've end their term, so I just want to get some updates to see any new ideas or any progress regarding what's going on in that focus group, and like what direction will you be heading to like safeguard our allowance or make any changes. Thank you.
Suki, maybe I'll just say something. Because they haven't started meeting with the ISD yet, so it's not fair to ask them to tell you something. Because according to the past 2-3 meetings we had with ISD, the principle we are holding is no matter how they review the allowance calculation, the principle is it cannot be deduct our allowance. This is not the purpose. So we have to uphold the allowance standard. So don't let the company have any reason to cut our allowance. It's a principle. Yeah.
one thing I want to get just remind. I tried to check the agreement in the 80s. I found that one about the hotel, there should be the chiller, fridge in your room. It's an agreement in 1985. So if any one of you found that there's no fridge, you definitely have the entitlement to request the hotel or tell us that is in the agreement. The fridge is very important for us. Not the minibar, not the minibar.
Everyone here, I just want to emphasize one thing.
I airdrop the agreement to you.
Just to let you all know, this was our EXCO team from before, and as you know, we are here today to vote in this team. They haven't started any negotiations yet. That's what the subcommittee is doing, getting the election done. So, of course, I'd like to also say they have done so much for us. They deserve a big hand. And it's a very tough job. When they do something, there are always people who say, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? It's not easy. It's really easy, as I've said before, to point fingers at people rather than be part of them. So they have come forward, they've taken the stand, they've done a lot for us. And when someone criticizes a lot, I ask them, why don't you come forward and do something? Then they all hide. So that's, it's easy to sit back, have popcorn, comment, laugh, giggle, but do nothing. So they have done so much for us. Where they end, these people are going to take over. So very nice question, it's a good direction. They haven't yet had any meetings. So today we're going to finish the election, and from now on, they'll be in full force. Okay, thank you again for that.
你好，我係 Julie 啊。我想問咧，因為今屆嘅 FAU team 咧都比較後生啦，亦都嗰個 category 上咧就係得 FP 同埋 BC。咁我想問下你哋嘅 team 會點樣 connect？ 可能係 SP 或者 ISM， 又或者係 Open Base 嘅 crew 咧？因為FAU member 7000個，我諗都 include 幾大部分係佢哋嘅，咁所以你點樣可以攞到佢嘅 support 或者點樣可以 connect 到佢哋咧？唔該。
可以集中揾咩咯？可以集中
多謝你嘅問題先啦。咁我承認我哋
Answer in English, please.
Oh, sorry. I must admit that we are very young. I'm very young. Sorry. Yeah, I think the problem is not you are in person or in busy position. You don't. That's the problem, that you are in person position and busy position. You don't know the contract about the senior person and also the ISM. However, it doesn't mean that you know nothing about them. Just how to say? Can I speak in Chinese? 即係我覺得你同一個同事嘅關係，或者你想了解個同事多啲嘅話，你唔係純粹你嘅一套制服或者你嘅地位係影響太大。你純粹係唔知嗰啲 contract， 但係你想知佢張 contract 寫咩咧，你係完全可以做到嘅呢樣嘢。咁同埋你就算話兩個同 category 嘅同事嚟好嚟講，咁你就如果你唔係用心咁去聽佢哋嗰個難處啊或者咩嘅話，你係亦都係冇乜特別嘅用處。所以我覺得對於我哋而家比較年輕，亦都係一個優勢咧，就係當你去好虛心請教啲 senior 話你張 contract 點啊，或者係你究竟係面對緊咩需要 improve 啊，或者係你哋有咩特別嘅 需求嘅時候咧，佢哋會更加容易係即係會同你去探討呢件事咯，就唔會真係話即係同 ranking 之內，你或者可能話，唉，我講咗你都唔明㗎啦，你問得我呢個問題你都唔明㗎啦咁樣，即係我覺得我哋係會比較有呢個優勢嘅。同埋好似我咁講就係話，如果係咁嘅話，我哋首先係會建立多啲嘅渠道係嘗試同我哋嘅會員溝通啦。咁我哋而家其實一路都喺度 review 緊有啲咩途徑可以同啲會員有多啲嘅接觸咧。咁嘗試下，暫時諗到嘅咧，我可以認真咁答你嘅咧，就係由於而家啲科技已經進步咗啦，咁我覺得之前同公司或者同 FAU 溝通之間咧係好少嘅，即係譬如我哋你話有個新嘅制度出咗嚟，咁有會員反映俾 FAU 聽話，哎呀咁樣唔好喎唔好，但係當 FAU 同公司拗嗰陣時就公司就話你有冇 data 俾我啊咁樣，咁其實係我哋冇 data 俾到佢嘅，又或者係多數係冇 data 俾到佢，咁我會覺得我哋係應該建立一個途徑咧係。你會員真係除咗 report 翻公司，亦都係同我哋啲 exco 講，跟住我哋 exco 咧就 gather 晒所有嘅 information， 跟住同公司講，呢個係知其一。咁知其二咧就我覺得啱啱你嗰條問題問點樣可以係咯
你點樣 connect 到唔同 category 嘅人，或者唔同 contract 嘅人，又或者唔同 base 嘅 tool 咧？
呢個我覺得要攞個 balance，因為之前我哋一路都覺得點解你 output base 嘅 crew 你同佢講過一個問題嘅時候，就好似我哋自動就割席啦，我唔同你，我哋唔關我哋事咁樣，跟住就唔探討嗰個問題。咁我希望喺將來會有一個更加好嘅環境，又或者而家呢個時候我哋係見到係啲 crew 因為呢個艱難嘅時候而 connect 咗多啲，或者有話多啲，咁有冇可能將佢擴大佢咧？咁樣就唔好話因為我張 contract 同你唔同，所以就你嘅問題我就唔會 care 咁樣。我覺得呢個係我哋 exco 要做嘢，但係同一時間大家都要反思嘅一件事嚟嘅，就係唔係話即係我哋就算做更加多嘅嘢，但係你話我逢親投咩票啊，或者係表咩態嘅時候，呢張 contract 同我唔一樣嘅時候，我唔會理，咁我覺得亦都係好難做到一件事咯。
I think I'll try to answer something in English. Yeah, we do understand. We do understand we don't have first-hand information about senior crew members, but that doesn't mean we don't care about them. And we will ensure there are sufficient ways for us to connect with them, including conducting survey. And we will also make sure we will set up something like crew forum throughout consultation period. Whenever we are actually fighting for something that concern about them, that includes senior members and also output high crew. So like what we have written on Essential 5, one of the items is about their housing allowance. We definitely will reach out to them because we need to learn, we need to know more about their needs and also what is actually going on. So we will have to reach out to them. That's what we can promise.
Because in your Essential 5, there is nothing about the monthly crew, about the contract. But in flight, I heard quite a lot of them complaining about their increment in salary because they don't have any increment every year. So yeah, that's what I'm concerned about your team. If you are disconnected with them, then it may be in trouble. And also if your team want to do some actions on, like, I don't know, you really need some support from the senior crew member. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned. Thank you.
planning to form a group of subcommittee, which include senior crew members. And some of them already reached us and saying that they are interested to join. So I think we would not have any problem in connect with them. And for these essential 5, this is the 5 biggest topic we would like to focus on in the following 2 years. But of course, if you'd like to add more, just let us know. So from now, we will drop down whatever your concern is, and then we could follow up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my question is, why is always member ask the committees? Can committee ask you, what do you want? What do you need? We have to stay here until 4 o'clock, right? And we don't have a lot of people. So we can pass the microphone around one by one. Yeah? Staff, please say something. Because really, I don't know what you guys need sometimes. I mean, how do you want us to help you? And what do you expect from us? It's not only FAU dinner and where to host and where to buy the tickets. It's more about how do you want yourself to get involved to our team. Ourselves is not only here, it's here. Please say something. Thank you.
Hey, thank you for all your courage to stand up. Thank you so much. Just want to ask you guys, based on what area this Essential 5 comes from, and I just want to know, is this what crew community wants? You know, do you have data that our members needs these 5 factors, or can we have suggestions on what to do?
Please suggest, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can we gather more information or gather more data on what crew wants or what our members want, apart from these 5? I'm sure SP or ISM doesn't care about these 5.
I think they would care about manpower.
That's why I'm saying we have to be fair to everyone. This is what I mean. So that we can unite all of them. Nick.
Hi everyone. My name is Nick. I am ISM. I've been here for 30 years. Okay. Based on Essential 5, I disagree with what you just commented. ISM doesn't care because that's why I have to stand out and share with everybody that as a member, since I joined Cali, and I can see a lot of changes. Okay, everyone have done a great job, but this is only the foundation of the new committee that they expected we can have some improvement, but actually I focus more on the manpower. But you can see a lot of crew complain about 35J. Actually, ISM also work like hell. It doesn't matter which aircraft, okay? Unless those people who doesn't want to help, right? But basically, most of the ISM they're really willing to help. But at the end of the day, they claim more trouble that more crew get injured because they try to get they try to work faster, okay? And then some of the ISM they push the people to work faster also. So end up with ISM also get injury because we are also aging, right? So everybody understand this point. So considering about the manpower, I think it's very difficult to negotiate. I believe so. But it's good that someone has created this kind of idea that we can put into the agenda in future to let the management know that actually instead of they just keep asking us to write a report, but honestly, how many improvement they have done in the past, not only for the manpowers, including the new J class. Let's talk about the meal choices. The meal choices, meal selections, even though they create the new apps for us to take orders, but they didn't increase the quantity. So actually it's the same. There's no point. So I think if you ask me to add on, I think we also need to focus about our in-flight service delivery instead of only focus on manpower. Right? I think that's all for me. Thank you.
I think I want to say something about why we choose these 5. I'm pretty sure everyone knows there are many of things that we should be fighting for, but why we choose these 5? Because, like what Nick has said, manpower is actually affects every categories from ISM to BCs, and we do understand it is a very difficult fight for us to go on because the request has been turned down so many times in the past. But we do believe that it doesn't benefit crew members, but also the company, because more manpower. That means for safety wise, we have extra crew, and because we are not mainly focusing on the service delivery, we can be even more vigilant than now we are. And also for passengers' experience as well, we have more manpower than we can enhance their in-flight experience. It also benefits the company, and we do hope to let the company understand why we need more manpower. It doesn't mean we are lazy or we're weak or we cannot carry out the service as we are doing now, but it also benefits the company and also for passengers as well. And other topics, like for output, hired crew, housing allowance, and the JCP, JCR, it is because the agreement between FAU and the company is gonna expire in 2020. The housing allowance scheme is gonna expire in that year. And also about JCP, because the flight pairing agreement is also gonna expire in 2020. So there must be a review on it, because after the new system, including the JCP, is implemented, we have seen there are cases where the new system generated some extra, like 3-day pattern that is not accord with the agreement that we have signed. And also after the new rostering system is implemented, we also need to have a new agreement with the company to make sure we won't have integrated patterns, and we won't have extra 3 days Aussie patterns or even more 4 days long-haul flights. So that is the reason why we think these are important, because the agreement is going to expire.
And actually, we would like to we would like to see our members before. But however, the situation in the Hong Kong airport, we cannot go to the airport like before to give out the this campaign material to you. And we tried to go back to the company in the crew lounge area or canteen, and we want to see our members. However, someone whistleblowing, and they let the management know. So one of our group went to the briefing room area and say hi to the crew, and then the management came down and said, "Do you know you cannot disturb our crew in this stage?" So this is how, this is what we were facing in the past 2 weeks. So I hope you understand. If you didn't see me before, because we have no channel to see you.
Sorry, I want to add something about the post 2005 June BC. The reason why we have to put this here because some of them already got their contract renewed, and their salary increment is like hugely dropped from those who joined before. Because of the agreement we signed on in 2015, they can only protect the people who joined before June 2015, and that does not only include the renewal rate. It also affects their promotion salary rate, because after June 2015. I mean the people who joined after June 2015, their promotional rate calculation might be different from what it is now. So we do think it is already affecting some of our members, and it is time for us to review it.
Hi all, I'm Renee. I'd like to first appreciate Current Exco for standing up to support all members in case of the issue in Hong Kong right now. It's very important that FAU can voice out. And I'd like to ask the new Exco members, what's your stance among this? Because under the white terror in the crew community right now, and all those expression of the company and even attacked by outsiders, I'd like to ask, will you be keeping silence, or will you make clear of your stance? Thank you.
I won't be silent. And FAU should stand on a neutral position. No matter what color is our members, if they are under white terror, we have to do the case as well. It doesn't mean that, oh, you are same team with me, I help you. If you're not, then I won't help you. I can't do this because I am the FAU Exco. But if you ask me in person, Erica, I still will do it neutrally. Because if I don't do it neutrally, that means I am in the same as the government, right? Then people will say, oh, she's not good. FAU is not good. It's only not what to say. Yesterday somebody asked me the same thing. What is your stand? I stand with all Hong Kongers, all Hong Kong peoples, and our members. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Amethyst. I want to ask about because since the recent few years, the company have been looking down on the FAU, and then I know the current Exco have been working very tough on it. Because company make sometimes they make the decision without asking the comments from the current Exco. So I want to know about the new Exco. What you think you will do to make sure a company want to involve you guys more before they make the decision, and what we the members can help you make you stronger on that. Thank you.
How members can help us to get more bargaining power is definitely through voting and also participating in all the EGMs and AGMs that we are gonna call for, to show that the 12 of us actually gathered information from all of the members, and we have your back. I mean, we have your support. And how to make sure the company make decision. How to make sure company consult us before making any decisions. I think it is very difficult for us to ask them to guarantee that. But what we can do is to maintain close communication with them and keeping close eye on what they have done, and especially for. But we're only 12 of us, and we do need all of your support to report any cases that you are mistreated by the company, because maybe those things don't happen to the 12 of us and we don't know about that. So we do need your reports. And do not just report to the company, report to FAU as well, because we don't have access to the company data.
And I heard that the voting rate for this year is like the highest record. Yes, and I think the company knows we have you guys support, so they cannot neglect any of our opinions.
If I may say something, it doesn't matter who are your EXCO. As a FAU member, your physical support is very much important. Take this as an example. FAU EXCO, new EXCO election for the next 2 years is a very big event, very big activity for the union. And how many you can see, how many members is here today. So member support is really, really important for them for the next 2 years, or for the how many years later on whatsoever. Just say support FAU on Facebook, IG is very easy, just a click. But when they ask for your support physically, please do come forward and please support them. Thank you.
Okay. And I would like to add something as well. When you are supporting the FAU union, you basically don't spread the rumors that you heard and then say it is true. You always find the truth from the FAU, or at least talk to them before you spread it. Just like now, there's a lot of rumors about the new contract and whatsoever, but have anyone actually take a look at it? For example, there's some people saying that the new rate is 90 something. Is that true? But the rumor says it's true. But in fact, we have never seen one contract saying that it's 90 something. So yeah, do fact check, as we always say now. And support your union by telling the people who spread the rumors and saying that, telling them to show the proof to union and let them see what they can do, instead of just spread the rumors and say, oh, it's true, and then the union didn't do anything. Because it's not true, so that's why the union is not doing anything. Thank you.
We'll pick some people to ask questions.
Hello everyone. Rather than a question, this is something I want the new EXCO to be able to follow up on in the future. It's regarding the allowance. I'm sure just now we're talking about rumors, but people do care about rumors. I'm sure a lot of us heard about the rumors that the company would change our allowance system in the future. Whether it would happen or not, I do hope the new EXCO will just be prepared. Because I heard that from many different sources, and that they might try to do maybe give us a credit card or try to bank in the allowance instead of giving us cash, which would significantly affect our income because now our allowance are not taxable. If they do the banking or they give us credit card, it would be a totally different calculation. So this is not a question, this is just something, because just now you guys are asking what do we want. This is something I hope the new EXCO can just be prepared, and if that really happen, we need to like fight that or just, you know, just find a better deal, because it's not just preventing the deduction. They might not, the company might just keep our current allowance, but if they do it in this method, it basically is a deduction for our total salary. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, I'm the current EXCO. I just want to answer this question because actually in the year-end just passed, we signed the agreement about the output allowance work group. And then just the reason why we want to hold the work group to discuss this matter because as you can see, as we mentioned before, in the long run or in the trend in all over the world, especially in the USA, the hotel, even though it's 5-star, they don't have the decent restaurant because actually just like in the New York, there are so many restaurants nearby. So the hotel would not have the high standard restaurant, instead of they only have the snack bar or some bar, and then they only provide some beef burger. And then if now we use the beef burger to treat as the steak to calculate our allowance, so in the long run our output allowance will be decreased very soon. So that's why we want to have a work group and then to discuss how to calculate and then how to use the new system to calculate the allowance to prevent this from happening. And then for the company, and then one of the hurdle for them to choose the hotel is that so many hotels they don't want to handle so many cash, especially for the London. Even though some people may don't like this hotel, but no hotel not so many hotels want to handle so much cash. Just for one day, maybe they handle almost maybe 100 or 200,000 already. So it's a risk for them, and then they need to spend the manpower to calculate and then to distribute or to handle it. So in the long run, maybe we cannot find a good hotel, even though they are willing to pay the good price for the high standard hotel. So we need to find a new way. So the reason why we to calculate or to hold the group is this. And then one thing is that maybe we can say for the meeting we have a free meeting with the company regarding this issue. And then the trend is that maybe they will consider to bank in the allowance to our bank. But we already tell them it must be non-taxable. And then they already consult the lawyer or some RS saying that so if they pay it in bank, it will be non-taxable. So this is the trend, and then this may be the way we can reach the agreement. But for sure, I'm for sure for the new term as well, and for the new term of the EXCO, they will ensure that even though we sign the agreement, the allowance will not be adjusted so much but you can expect there will be some adjustment because we need to find a way to calculate. You cannot say we can, but there will be some adjustment, but just in the total lump sum, we don't allow it to be deducted. But maybe in the different pot, maybe there will be some adjustment. We cannot avoid it because they need to find the formula. You cannot find you can't find the formula saying that every pot is the same, right? So we need to find a formula, which I think they will also monitor it and don't let them to be deducted in the long run. Yeah. Yeah, and actually, actually in the EGM we order report as well, and actually the agreement we aim to reach in by the end of this year. But as you see, I think they will try to make it before next year. We can if they can reach. But we already told we already told the ISD saying that if we cannot reach the agreement or the agreement which we don't really think is suitable, then we will sign it. So they know that if the agreement is not up to our standards, so we will sign it. So just I think no need to worry too much about this side. Just let them some more time. And I just want to point out some more thing that I think in the future or in the past also, when you don't see so much communication regarding some issue, but actually a lot of work has been done by FAU. But just like sometimes we cannot update everything, because if we send the member 10 email per week and then nobody will read anyone. So we just rather to maybe update one time per month to ensure that most of the member will take a look on it. So just if you have any questions, just feel free to ask the EXCO, but just don't assume that they don't know or assume they didn't follow up. But actually, a lot of the work has to be done. Yeah. Thank you.
Excuse me. Let me clarify. If there is the banking one, there should be non-taxable, right?
Correct.
Yeah. This thing is my personal opinion. Because Hong Kong is the lowest tax in the world, so company definitely want to get the tax allowance from other outports. So, for example, the Aussie, there's sort of 30-something, 40-something%. So if they claim our allowance in the outport, the company will save money. So it's my personal, but I'm not sure it's true or not, because I haven't been in Exco for 2 years. So yeah. So is it correct or not?
So just to answer your question, we have already consulted the company already, and then they said actually they are the ones who don't want to pay the tax as well. So as long as they say it as a allowance for, let's say, for meals or whatsoever that it's going to spend in your outport, then it will be not taxable. I mean, not taxable, not taxable. Yeah. So that's so I believe that is not a worry, because even the company, they don't want to pay tax on the allowance.
Hi everyone, I'm Alpha. First of all, thank you the team for coming out and fight for us in this such difficult time. We do appreciate that. And I know that the team is still young and it's very challenging, but I really want to ask, because recently our companies already sent out the notice that in case they have zero tolerance on our crew members or any employees in participating the strike for the supporting these illegal protests. But I wanted to ask, will FAU have any actions to fight against this white terror? Because actually, I've heard that many Hong Kong citizens would like to support us, but we would like to know, will there be any, let's say, strike or any other actions? Is there any plans from you? So that, I know it's very challenging though, yeah. But, we would like to hear, do you have any plans in that? Thank you.
As you know, we are going to meet our company management team. I think with our team, better to communicate with the management before we announce something. Yeah, I just cannot say, yeah, let's go and yeah, maybe there's a very big consequence result. So we better talk to them, see what is their plan, and we will discuss our plan as well. And of course, we will hear we want to hear what you guys think as well. Yeah, and really, there's a lot of concern and consequence about going on a strike, because strike is our last steps. After strike, what can we do? and how long and how far can we go? Yeah, it's not only 12 of us. I can lose my job anytime, but not everybody in cafe. Just like what the government like to say, we will always closely monitor the situation now. But of course, we will communicate with our members frequently, and please do WhatsApp us, send us any papers, whatever kind of communication. We are totally welcome because we really need your voice. Thank you.
If needed, we may call for another EGM and ask all the members to come and listen to their opinions. Because I think there's not only, how to say, here we may have only one ideas and opinions. And if there is someone whistleblowing before, there must be more, yes. So they may have another idea. So we would like to listen to them more before we going for any actions.
Yeah, this is Kenny again. Just want to share some information about airline strike. Airline strike is not as simple as the office strike, 1 day, 2 day. Airline strike at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months. And we can, if you study some other airline strike, the last one should be the BA one. The BA strike, they had the strike fund. They give those members who participate in the strike about £1,000 per person per month. It's a basic supplement. Not the supplement. Subsidized. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Please forgive my poor English. And then checking my the FAU fund, how much we got? 20 million. 20 million for 7,000 members. How much we got? 1, 2. How much we got? About 2,000, 3,000 only, right? 3,000 per person only. You see?
3,000.
Yeah, only 3,000 per person only. So if we can only, if we give every single member 3,000, then all the FAU fund will go in one night, just one night. So if we think we go to be on strike, then my target at least 2 months lasts long. At least 2 months, and 2 months and then how much we got subsidies. And then even we are going to get 眾籌 fundraising from the public. Do you think we can get 5,000 million? Cannot. So the public, they just will support us with their mouth only. So they won't really support by money. Because airline strike is totally different from the factory or the office strike. And sharing some experience from '93, although I'm not yet joined. Because in '93 I was quite close about the news. But for those who already for those who already at outport, they declared strike. But the company did not give them hotel, did not give them allowance, and even did not give them ID ticket. So who's going to pay the ticket fine back? At the end, it was FAU. But just 20 million, how many crew we can pay? So think about strike before. Think about the money before you go in strike. It's my personal advice.
Just now I want to carry one point that maybe before I joined EXCO, there is something in my mind thinking like FAU is like, like fighting, like objecting, like doing something very extreme that to fight our rights like that. But after like 1 to 2 months that we gathered and then we got many meetings and then we talked about many aims and also the essentials that we talked about, like then I think maybe sometimes, I mean when I look back and then you think maybe sometimes company didn't really do something really bad. Think about if we carry one point and then company carry the other point. If we can like come out in a very like win-win situation at the end, and that's perfect for everyone. I mean, not really like, oh, okay, I'm not happy with this, and then we go on strike, and then, or maybe we do some something very extreme and in flight like that. But that's why we said that when we like something come out in our mind, and then we would like to talk first. We would like to communicate with the company first, and then we also gather some like information or comments, also opinions from you guys. The thing is, I think like between people are communication. This is how things work. So when Alpha carried out the strike thing, maybe that will be the last step of us, but should not be in this period or in this in this time. Thank you.
If I may, I just want to highlight one point regarding the strike. Members are only protected to take part for the strike called by the union in regards to labor issues. So nowadays in Hong Kong, under the current circumstances, if outsider or any party call for strike, we are not encouraging you to participate or not, but we just want to tell you the fact that political strike is not protected. So we just want to make this thing clear to all of you. We're not encourage or discourage you, just let you know the fact. Because if some members want FAU to call for strike because of the current movement of Hong Kong, but the EXCO or the union cannot protect members, so it becomes the union or the EXCO is very irresponsible.
Okay. Hello. I'm Gary, ISM. I just want to ask something. Nowadays, as Tim said, he will update us on those emails or whatever way it is. Yeah. But I believe nowadays everybody counts on like Telegram, Facebook, messengers, all those instant messengers, right? Is there any other ways instead of the paper form or email form? We could get those instant reply or more frequently. It's just like those people nowadays they're running whatever show it is outside. They have what they call it nowadays. The young generation call it KOL, whatever it is. Okay.
KOL, you're right.
Right. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Is there any other ways that FAU could move a bit forward to be more modernized, to have those kind of people can give instant messages to how many people nowadays?
You mean like a live chat?
Yeah, just like a live chat. I mean, more instantly. Instead of we have to wait and wait and wait. You just keep saying that we have to keep you informed. You have to, but we don't get your reply until 2 or 3 weeks time. 3 days, okay.